might be difficult to get your child motivated again after their winter break, which might put your child's procrastination at the front of your mind. Author of Homework Made Simple, Ann Dolin, is here with us today, and she's got some helpful hints that should keep your child on track on the road to success. Ann, it's good to see you.
Thank you, Melanie.
Did you have a great holiday?
I did. How was yours?
Very fine. Did you get your kids back in the schoolwork mode?
It was tough, but I did it.
Yeah? Okay. Well, we're just 1 week into it, right?
Yeah.
Or 4 days into it. So tell us a little bit about why kids procrastinate and how it's so easy for them to kind of get out of that school head so quickly.
It is. Yeah. It is. Well, they really procrastinate for two reasons. One is they just find it really uninteresting. They don't want to do homework. But the other one is that they feel overwhelmed and underprepared. They sometimes feel that the task is so big and daunting that they really don't know where to start, and they lack the confidence to really get going. So the easier thing is just to avoid it outright.
Wow. Avoidance is not going to make the problem go away, though, is it? No, it's still there. So as a parent, what can we do to kind of help them? I mean, getting started, just jump-starting it.
Well, that's really important. And kids don't always have that internal sense of urgency to get going, and adults sometimes don't too. But they need that external way to get them going. So for example, when a parent nags a child and says, "Come on, Jimmy, time to start your homework, let's go. Come on, buddy, turn the TV off," that's an external reminder. But a parent doesn't want to do that all the time because it really creates a lot of stress and tension. So
and the parent hates to be the nag all the time. You keep coming off as the bad guy.
I know. I know, it really ruins your relationship with your child. So a better way to do it is to get a timer and say to your child, "Okay, let's get started." Can I show you a couple of examples?
I love your timer. You brought, what, 3 timers?
I did. I brought a bunch of different things. But I'll show you, Melanie. This is my favorite one. I love it. And I tell my students, and my kids too, that really you just need to get started. And sometimes if you just set the timer for 10 minutes, it gives you that oomph to get going. We call it the tolerable 10. The idea is that anybody can tolerate anything for 10 minutes. Then after the 10 minutes, the kids have a break. They can either take a break, or they can keep on going, and many times that's all they need. They feel that once they're into it, they can keep on going, but they need to get started in the first place.
Do they get a reward if they keep on going?
The reward is no.
The work will get done.
Yeah, the work will get done, and the parent doesn't nag.
Okay.
Timers really take the emotion out of procrastination. The other thing you can do is just set it for 5 minutes. We call it 5 minutes of fury. For an older student, maybe they set it for a longer period of time. But as a parent, you're going to have to first set the timer for your child yourself, but then you just give them the visual. You put it in front of them, and then it's their job to get started.
So the 5 or 10 minute time frame there works for what age group?
Really for elementary kids. Older kids use it too. Many older kids will set it just for 15 minutes. If it's more than a half an hour, people will not do it. So really you just need to get yourself going, and then you can keep on track.
All right, that's a good tip. Now what else can we do?
Well, for younger kids, sometimes they'll have things like book reports. So they'll do okay with the day-to-day homework, math homework, science homework, but when it comes to something that's due in 2 weeks, forget it. They lose all focus. So a way to make something that's abstract like time really concrete is to take a piece of candy. It can be a stack of baseball cards. That's a really big piece of candy. I know it is. That's why kids like it. So you basically to say to your child, what are the 4 things you need to do to get this book report done? What are the 4 tasks? You have your child write it in their assignment notebook. You'll have to talk them through it, have them write down the day that they're going to do it, break the candy bar or the stack of baseball cards into 4
whatever it is that they
pieces.
Really like and
That's
you know
right.
They like. Okay.
Yep, and you say to your child, okay, when you're done with the first thing, you get this as a reward. Kids love it, and it makes it so real for them, and they're far less likely to procrastinate when they have something concrete to tie it to.
Well, that's a great idea. I see that working well for younger kids.
Yep.
For older kids, maybe money would be a good motivator, huh?
It can be. I don't think you really want to use money when it comes to procrastination. Really, older kids will put off things because they just feel overwhelmed. I had a student I was working with. His parents were really upset with him because he would not sit down and fill out college applications. And
a lot of parents' ears are perking up because they're probably having the same situation.
And it was tough, They felt, maybe my child's not ready for college. He can't even sit down and fill out the darned application. What's up with this? But really, the child felt so just in over his head that he didn't even know where to start. So we set up a little schedule with him where he just did a small amount every day, and to get started, his parents agreed to sit with him. And oftentimes that's what it takes, even for an older student.
That's a great idea. Any other tips before we go?
Oh gosh, there's lots of them. I even brought in a little bookmark timer. You know, many kids have to read for school and they procrastinate about that, but this bookmark timer is something they can stick in their book and really use at any time, and kids really like it. They like tools and tips that make it fun.
And they're used to technology, so pushing buttons for them is second nature, right?
That's for sure, yes.
Right. And Dolin, thanks so much for showing us the way to help our kids stay on track as we start the new semester. Thanks. All right, coming up next, find out some simple changes that you can make to keep your New Year's resolutions going strong. And if you want some more, you can always follow us on Twitter. Let's Talk Live DC. We'll be right back.